At 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. It is August 17th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a good week so far. We're going to check in with Justin in just a minute.
That's right. But first, announced just this morning, the dates for the 4 special home games that the Spurs will be playing in this upcoming season.
That's right. So one game will be in Mexico City on December 17th, and the team will celebrate their 50th anniversary at the Alamo Dome.
All right. And then January 13th, that is the anniversary at the Alamo Dome. We were talking to David Sears earlier. He's going to join us in just a bit. Then we got 2 games in Austin on April 6th and 8th. The remaining 37 games will be at home, played at the AT&T Center.
And this is all part of the organization's efforts to widen their fan base. It'll be very interesting.
Oh, yeah. We were talking with David earlier about not only the games at the Alamo Dome, but also Hemisphere.
Yeah. I don't remember that. I remember the Alamo Dome, but I mean, it'll be neat to see them back there. And then also, I mean, wow, Mexico City and Austin.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. All right. Justin Horn, you going to make it on over to the Alamo Dome?
I might. We're going to shock the world this season. I feel it. You know, a lot of people are down on the Spurs.
What constitutes shocking the world?
Deep into the playoffs. I'm not going to say win a championship because that's a lot to ask, but I feel good about this year.
Yeah.
Regardless of what people are saying.
Thank you, Justin.
Okay? There we go. I will not shock you with this forecast.
No.
It's going to be hot today. Is anyone shocked? Okay, good. Weather headlines. Heat indices will be up over 100 today. You saw the time lapse here. We started off with some clouds. We're beginning to lose those. We could see a few storms tomorrow evening. Getting in some new model data looks a little better for some rain chances tomorrow evening, so that's encouraging. And we're still watching what's going on in the tropics and what may emerge into the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, 81 degrees outside. Dew point is at 73. Southwesterly winds at about 6. Feels like 86 when you factor in that humidity. So it's already pretty sticky. 90 by noontime, mostly sunny. And then we'll get up to around 98 in your KSAT 12-hour forecast. There could be a stray shower or storm north of San Antonio this evening, but rain chances are really pretty low. They do pick up tomorrow, and we'll have a better shot at some showers and storms, and that continues over into Friday. We also need to check in on the traffic, see what's going on there. Stephen, any updates to some of those earlier incidents?
Well, thankfully, Justin, those have cleared out and traffic looks like it's moving without any trouble out there. But there is an incident taking place here at I-10 at De Zavala. It looks almost like a stalled vehicle, but nothing reported in that direction just yet. However, as we get a look around town, things look pretty normal. But as we were getting the show started, unfortunately, an issue did pop up right there along I-10 westbound, not far from Loop 1604 East. Here's the thing with that particular direction. It's in the westbound lane, so we know a lot of traffic is making its way into the Alamo City from Seguin. Also, a lot of bridge work taking place out there as well, so watch out for the crews. I'll look for some different solutions and routes that maybe you could take to avoid that slowdown, but just an area in general that you have to watch out for. Giving you the wide look at the map, looks like we find more green on the screen than anything else. However, the typical slowdowns along I-35 corridor in the northeast side, where we continue to see work along that area, as well as 1604 on the northwest side. So just plan your commute carefully, and if your destination is actually going to take you to the gas station like myself, let's take a look at those gas prices for our surrounding areas, because according to AAA, the average gas price here in Bexar County is $3.36. Now, for our friends in Wilson County, we're looking at $3.50. Atascosa County, $3.44 is what you can expect according to AAA. So again, if you have to head to the gas station, this is what you can expect to see out there according to AAA. Of course, we're going to keep an eye on those gas prices as well as these roads here in the Alamo City. I-10 at De Zavala. We'll find out what's going on there, but hopefully before the show wraps, we'll have some better updates. Guys.
Thank you, Stephen. In your morning headlines, another anti-Trump candidate losing and a bizarre accident at the Little League World Series.
Plus, the muscle cars are losing strength, and a new Girl Scout cookie is on the way. David Sears is here this morning.
Pumped up about the Girl Scout cookie.
All right.
It's always nice when they start selling new stuff.
We need samples.
Well,
I know.
get hold of the Girl Scouts for that. We'll have that in just a second. First, let's start with this. Another primary and another victory for a former President Donald Trump-backed candidate. While one of his biggest critics goes down, Liz Cheney is done as a congresswoman from Wyoming. Cheney is the Republican on the January 6th committee leading the charge against President Trump. She won the seat 2 years ago with 73% of the vote, and after spending the last year and a half focusing on her Trump attacks, she's ended up losing last night to Harriet Hageman, a Trump-backed candidate, by the same margin. But she says her work is just beginning.
I will do whatever it takes to ensure Donald Trump is never again anywhere near the Oval Office.
His clear and unwavering support from the very beginning propelled us to victory.
With last night's overwhelming loss for Cheney, now 8 of 10 Republican members of Congress who voted to impeach President Trump has lost their primaries. Talk about a tough time to Little League World Series. A member of the Utah Little League team that made it all the way to Williamsport will not be able to play. Easton Oliverson suffered a strange but serious accident. The 12-year-old infielder fell off the top bunk of his bunk bed. He landed on the floor 6 feet below. He was rushed to the hospital with a skull fracture. He had to undergo surgery to get the swelling down on his brain. The good news, he is communicating. His dad is one of the coaches, and he and Easton are sending a message to the team to carry on while Easton recovers.
He had a friend call Easton and talk to him. A lot of people are pulling and praying for him. He made it a point to say, we want you guys to focus on the baseball part and not worry too much about Easton when we're doing that. But yeah, to continue on why we're here and keep the baseball going.
The Utah team, one of 10 representing the U.S. in Williamsport, will be playing on Friday nights. Hey, remember the good old days when those so-called muscle cars hit the street? We're talking Dodge Charger and Challenger. They came out of the 1960s and 70s, went away for a while, and roared back in the early 2000s. Dodge says they're going away again. The car company says the gas-powered muscle machines will no longer be manufactured in their current form after next year. Fiat Chrysler says it will be putting more money into electric cars and start moving away from those gas-powered machines. And finally this morning, get ready for another choice when it comes to Girl Scout cookies this year. They are introducing the Raspberry Rally. It's a little like the Thin Mint, but it's raspberry flavored instead of mint flavored. It still has a little chocolate coating on it, though. It'll only be available online. One of the local Girl Scouts will place the order for you. The online purchase move is to help the young ladies learn about e-commerce.
Oh.
The cookies go on sale January through April, so save your money and get your cookies.
Look at that. They're keeping up with the times. E-commerce teaching.
Yeah.
They look good, too.
They do. Last year they had a new
Was it peanut butter?
Well, brownie. They had it was kind of like the Thin Mint.
Yeah.
And it was brownie, and this one, which was good, and this one looks like kind of like a spin-off of that.
Man, I'm sure this is good, but I still go just the Thin Mints and the Samoas. Samoas.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
Yeah, those. Just give me $4 of those, and I'm good.
We'll remember that.
For about a day.
Yeah, around your birthday in January.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll talk about the Spurs, and we'll talk about the KSAT Pigskin Classic. We got another preview of a couple of the teams playing.
All right. Look forward to it. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. Now turn to the pandemic. The virus hitting close to the White House once again. The First Lady testing positive for COVID.
That's right. The news comes as the U.S. makes plans to move past the COVID-19 pandemic's acute emergency phase and stop buying vaccines, treatments, and tests.
CNN's Cole Higgins explains.
After developing cold-like symptoms Monday evening, First Lady Jill Biden tested positive for COVID-19 while she was on vacation with President Joe Biden in South Carolina. The spokeswoman for the First Lady saying in a statement, the First Lady is only experiencing mild symptoms. She has been prescribed a course of Paxlovid and, following CDC guidance, will isolate from others for at least 5 days. President Biden reportedly continues to test negative after recently suffering a rare rebound battle with the virus himself. The White House press secretary tweeting, because he is a close contact of the First Lady, he will mask for 10 days when indoors and in close proximity to others. We will also increase the president's testing cadence and report those results. This as the Biden administration now plans to move past the acute emergency phase of the pandemic, announcing the U.S. government will stop buying vaccines, treatments, and tests for COVID-19 as early as this fall.
My hope is that in 2023, you're going to see the commercialization of almost all of these products. Some of it is actually going to begin this fall, in the days and weeks ahead.
However, the White House says updated boosters designed to fight off the BA4 and BA5 subvariants of the virus will be available early to mid-September.
It's going to be really important that people this fall and winter get the new shot. It's designed for the virus that's out there.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
Time now, 9:07, 80 degrees out.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9. Highlights from Uvalde's volleyball team's home opener last night against Dilley and it was a game that went down to the wire.
And when we come back, Tiffany Huertas joining us, talking about traditional dances and Mexican culture and why it is so important to preserve these traditions.
And welcome back. It's 9/11. Preserving Mexican traditions is at the root of the dance classes at the Guadalupe Dance Academy.
So the Academy opened in 1992, and they hope to continue to promote Mexican culture. They're now enrolling for their fall classes.
And Tiffany Huertas joins us live from the Guadalupe Dance Studio in the heart of the West Side with more. So Tiffany, what skills are students learning at these classes?
Good morning. Students are learning not only wonderful dances, but they're learning leadership skills, they're learning social skills. And to talk a little bit more about this, we have Belinda here with the Academy. Good morning, Belinda. Talk to us about this dance in particular. What is it all about?
So this is the traditional dance from the state of Jalisco. And of course, we're all about preserving our culture, nuestra cultura. And so this is just an example of the type of work that we do here at the Guadalupe. It's about staying connected to our ancestry through music and dance.
And these students here, they've taken classes here at the Academy already.
Absolutely. So these students actually have been with the Academy for several years. So it's a progressive program. You start as a beginner level 1, go up to level 2 and 3, and of course these dances have already been performing, so that's why they have their traditional dress and dancing from the state of Jalisco.
Beautiful. And this year, this fall semester, there's something new.
Yes. So this semester we are starting new classes for beginners. So for all ages, for children and adults. So if you always had that desire to dance and never tried, this is your opportunity to come to the Guadalupe Academy and learn how to dance or how to play an instrument. We also have classes in mariachi music. So there's something for everyone.
Talk to us about the different skills that they're learning as well.
So in addition to learning the traditional dances, they're also having the opportunity to build self-esteem. They learn how to perform on stage. They also learn how to sequential thinking, like memorization, all the kinds of wonderful skills that they learn as dancers and musicians.
And there's more opportunities. This is just the beginning. They can go up to doing bigger shows, right?
Absolutely. So we start as students, and then we have an apprentice program. So they can become an apprentice of the dance company, and then they become full-time company members and oftentimes also instructors in the academy. So our students have that opportunity to make it to the dance company as well as become an instructor themselves.
Where can people find out more information about these classes?
They can go to our website, guadalupeculturalarts.org. They can call the Guadalupe at 271-3151 and ask about classes and enroll for the fall semester.
Absolutely beautiful. I love starting my morning here. Thank you for joining us, Belinda.
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity.
We'll have all those details on our website on KSAT.com. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. The classes are starting for all students, even dancers.
That's true. And Justin, we know a lot of kiddos back in class. I think Judson and Floresville started today.
Right.
They did, yeah, and we're going to get pretty good weather for the kids as they head back to school today. A little hot. Temperatures will be in the upper 90s. Heat indices will be up above 100, but we're kind of used to that by now. There are some rain chances that come back into play tomorrow. Before we jump into the forecast, so I want to show you a little bit of history. It was on this day back in 1956. We were in the middle of one of our worst droughts, that the aquifer fell to its lowest level ever measured. That was 612.5. We get that question a lot. How low can the aquifer go? Well, this was the kind of the bottom number here, 612, and that was back in 1956. That was before the aquifer was regulated. Lately, we've seen the aquifer drop into 630 range, and it's bumped back up a little bit thanks to our recent rain, 633.9, latest number as of this morning. Still well below average, but not as low as it could be, like we saw back in 1956. Let's go outside for you. We've got mostly clear skies. Temperatures right now 81 degrees at the airport. Dew point is at 73. Feels like 86 with a southwesterly wind at about 6 miles per hour. In the morning cloud cover, well, it's been there, but mostly south of San Antonio. Some of those clouds trying to shift back in, but it'll still be a mostly sunny day, I think. Temperatures, as I said, will get fairly warm this afternoon. And right now, we're looking at 70s and 80s for the most part, 82 in Randolph, 79 Seguin, 82 in New Braunfels. It's 80 in Gonzales, 80 right now in Divine, and 75 up in Los Maples, dew points in the mid-70s. So it's really, the air is really thick. And this humidity is going to cause heat indices to jump up this afternoon. So we're looking for a forecast high of about 98, but it'll feel like 103. And we're starting to get into that danger zone when you start seeing numbers like that. 103, it feels like number here in San Antonio around 5 o'clock today. Could go as high as 106 Forestville, 105 in Gonzales. So you got to be careful. We're going to see heat like this today and tomorrow before we finally get a little bit of relief. And that comes in the form of a weak cold front. Right now it's sitting across North Texas. This is not going to move through and really drop temperatures, but what it will do is help to generate some storms, I think, tomorrow as it gets a little bit closer. So it'll pull into the hill country north of us this evening, and that'll generate a couple of storms, but I think generally north of San Antonio. But as we get into tomorrow, this is around 5 o'clock, we'll start to see showers and storms developing, about a 30% chance for some of our northern counties, and then that shifts south into San Antonio by, say, 10 o'clock tomorrow. So we'll keep that 30% chance of some storms in the forecast. That'll be the case on Friday, too. This front kind of sticks around before it washes out, and so we'll have a couple of opportunities there. Meantime, in the tropics, we have a system here in the Caribbean that's showing some promise. It's got some showers and storms associated with it. It's got to cross over land, so that means it's not going to develop in the short term, but long term, as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico, there is potential here, and it does bear some watching. The chances of it developing are low, 20%, and it doesn't have a whole lot of real estate to work with. But as it gets into the Gulf of Mexico, there could be some development. And the hope here is that maybe some of that tropical moisture makes its way up into Texas, gives us some better rain chances to start next week. That's a possibility. It's something we're watching. So the extended forecast, 99 tomorrow, then the chance of storms late in the day, 30% chance Friday, 95, 96 Saturday, 96 Sunday, some small rain chances over the weekend. And then we'll watch early next week and see what some of that tropical moisture does. If we can get some of that in here, we may be able to bump rain chances a little bit more, which would be great. In the meantime, though, heat is the story today and tomorrow, guys.
All right, well, we'll keep our fingers crossed for the rain.
Yep.
Thank you, Justin.
Thanks, Justin. 9:18, we got a lot more to come right here at 9 a.m.
Yeah, including Erica Hernandez and Dylan Collier. They're here, and they're going to talk to us about the newest podcast episode of South Texas Crime Stories.
Welcome back. South Texas Crime Stories releasing a new episode yesterday, and this week's podcast all about a case that many of you are familiar with. It angered so many just a few years ago, 2019, the disappearance and death of 8-month-old King J. Davila.
And co-host of South Texas Crime Stories, Erica Hernandez, joins us now, along with Dylan Collier, who was also part of this episode. Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning.
Thanks for joining us.
So first and foremost, Erica, obviously this is a really well-covered event. We've talked about it extensively, the whole process from disappearance to, the trial. Why did you guys do this episode?
I think just for that reason, it was one that everybody remembered. And I know for me, and probably for a lot of us who covered it, it's one that we won't forget. And I think bringing Dylan along, who did a lot of the news coverage for this case, was just, it was easy for him to ask him to do this episode with Lee and I.
And Dylan, you're here. You touched on it a bit in the episode, but talk more about how you got involved in the case and the breaking news about the staged kidnapping.
Yeah, I really stepped in when it became an investigation into what Chris Davila knew and whether he had conspired with family members to hide the body of King J, which ended up being the case. We were able to get some of the search warrant information pretty early on, and then, of course, the arrest warrant for Chris Davila when he led police to little King J's body that had been buried in a field. So, an unfortunate situation, and sadly kind of the continuation of a trend in Bexar County where we see harm done to children and then acts that are done to sort of conceal that type of behavior.
And, you kind of mentioned it. This is one of the first times you saw so much outrage from the community. And, they were actually helping the media. They were giving you a lot of tips.
Yeah, I mean, this was a situation where a number of searches of homes were done before Chris Davila was officially charged. He was the first to be charged out of that group, and we knew where these searches were taking place. And except in very high-profile situations, a search warrant is usually carried out without the public or the media able to sort of watch it, and that was not the case with this situation. We knew where these houses were. We were able to have news coverage while the searches took place, and that's really not something that you see very often.
And Erica, where does the case stand currently for the 3 arrested?
As far as for the court standpoint, Angie Torres, she took a plea deal for 8 years. Christopher Davila took a plea deal last year for 40 years. We are still waiting on Beatriz Sampaio, which is his mother, who was also part of the staged kidnapping. Right now, she is scheduled for trial next month. We'll see if that happens or she takes a last-minute plea deal.
All right. And for anyone watching, in case they don't know, how can people go about downloading it and listening to the podcast?
Yeah, so it's pretty easy. You go on Apple or Spotify podcast. If we made it even easier, you can go to KSAT.com. You can hit the QR code there, and it'll take you directly to the embed of the podcast as well.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. And of course, Erica and Lee, who's joining you on the podcast, they're going to be back next week. The next episode, San Antonio Strangler. Not going to want to miss it.
That's right. Thanks, guys, for joining us again. Time now 9:24 and 82 degrees for now.
All right, so a lot more to come at 9 a.m. We're previewing another big game featured in the KSAT Pigskin Classic. It's happening in about a week and a half. David and RJ are going to be talking about the matchup between Judson and Johnson.
And also when we come back, how officials at Baptist Health System are hoping a new program will encourage more people to join the nursing field. We'll be right back.
Good morning and welcome back. So, a shortage of nurses now prompting a local hospital system to create a new program aimed at keeping more people in the business of saving lives. Patty Santos has the story.
Nursing is my passion. It's my love, and I love sharing it with anybody that's willing to listen.
For 29 years, Kristen Fox has nursed patients at Baptist Health System and nurtured young nurses joining the field.
Fox says nursing is hard. According to a 2014 study by Policy, Politics, and Nurse Practice, more than 17% of first-time nurses will leave their first job within the first year.
Medical staff have been facing an upward challenge for a while.
Nursing is a very hard, emotional field, and so we have to, as administrators, as hospitals, we have to support our staff.
That's why Baptist Health System is kicking off a new one-year nurse residency program. It caters to newly hired graduated nurses by giving them classes, tools, and mentorship to successfully transition to a high-demanding career.
You also have a place where a group of new nurses can go and support each other and talk about what we're doing to give the best care at the bedside.
That support is what new NICU nurse Martin Nava says convinced him to stay.
I really liked the environment, the community, how everyone helped, and just everyone was very pleased to teach me.
Martin is one of 89 cohorts welcome to the new nurse residency program. Fox is optimistic the shortage can become manageable.
We are actually seeing an increase in interest in coming back.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
So if you are a new graduate or looking to return to nursing, there's a job fair today at St. Luke's Baptist Hospital going on from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Also another job fair tomorrow at the same time in New Braunfels. If you have any questions, you want to sign up, you want to attend, we have all that information right now. Just head to KSAT.com.
And some other top stories this morning. A week from today, Uvalde School District Police Chief Pete Arredondo's future with the district could be decided.
So families and community members, they've called for accountability in the 3 months since the shooting took place.
Amerijo Garza and Uzziah Garcia's families say they feel hesitant but happy about the date of the termination hearing being set. Twice before, termination hearings have been delayed at Arredondo's attorney's request, which is part of the reason why there's a level of skepticism.
So the meeting will happen at 5:30 p.m. next Wednesday, 3 months to the day of the shooting. Families say this is a step forward, but this is not the finish line for accountability.
As I had said at one of the school board meetings, I had told them, whatever it is that y'all needed to do with Pete, start the process with the other ones, because we're not going to stop until everyone is out.
If it is proven that even one child or teacher, for that matter, could have been saved in those 77 minutes, I feel he should be criminally charged.
And not just him.
Everybody that was with him in that hallway.
He's just the first stop.
We have made calls to the school district's law firm for a statement on its representation in the hearing. We have not yet gotten a response. As for whether Arredondo will be at the hearing, some families want him there, but they doubt he will show.
And taking a look outside with live cam, we're up to 82 degrees, but those clouds are starting to clear.
Yeah, we're seeing quite a bit of blue sky right now, which means we're going to see a hot day. Temperatures are making it into the upper 90s. We got up to 97 yesterday, thinking 98 today. I want to start with a picture, though. We got back to school going on. This is another great shot. This is Aliana, headed back to second grade at Benavides Elementary. We wish you the best of luck. Hope it goes well for you. I know that it will. And a lot of schools getting back in the swing of things here. And the kiddos will be, unfortunately, dealing with some pretty hot weather the next couple days. Also, mold in the high category. It's a 1,410. Good news here, though, down from yesterday, down quite a bit. In fact, hopefully it'll continue to fall. Here's the big picture. We've got some showers and storms up across parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas. Still some wet weather out across far west Texas, El Paso, getting some much needed rain with that tropical low that is still working its way west and out of Texas at this point. 101 in Waco today, 100 in Dallas. That'll be the high temperature, 98 here in San Antonio. So Texas is still baking, but you'll notice Amarillo, 77. Indication that we've got a frontal boundary trying to sink south that will bring some chances of rain for us coming up tomorrow. 90 noontime, 96 by 3 p.m., 98 that high temperature. Just a small chance for shower generally north of San Antonio today. And a light southerly breeze anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. The KSAT Pigskin Classic is now only 10 days away. Clearly, we are excited about an amazing triple header set for the Alamo Dome.
And David is back with RJ to break down another one of the games, and this one between Johnson and Judson.
Ooh, that sounds like a pretty good matchup. Just when you look at it, I go, well, that's a pretty good matchup. But then you start digging into some of the stories and backstories. You go, ooh, that is a really good matchup to kick the season off.
Yeah, basically mentor coach taking on his protege here as Mark Soto has taken over the Judson Rockets. He's going to be taking on the Johnson Jaguars, now coached by T.P. Miller, who coached with Mark Soto back in San Marcos and then also at Johnson last year. So this is going to be a very intriguing game, and as you mentioned, some great storylines there.
It's all related somehow, some way, which is really good, because then you know who knows the tricks of the other guy. You know what I'm saying? What's he going to do?
Yes,
Does he have some tricks? Did I teach him everything? Did I learn everything? You know, this is going to be fun. So this is one of those classic matchups with, like I said, with all those backstories. And you know, Soto's excited about going on. Remember, Judson fired their coach in the middle of the season last year. I mean, we were like stunned, because it's like high school. You fire a coach in the middle of the season. That's how, I guess, bad things were for the Rockets. But you know, they don't rebuild, they reload.
Absolutely, and you're right, and they don't mess around, because you're right. They went 4-6 last season, David. First time they had missed the playoffs, I think, like in 40 years. And you see Mark Soto right there as he's taking over this program, and so he's getting the Rockets back up to speed a little bit here. He played at Judson, so he's an alum from there. He understands what it means to the community and the program as well. But this is going to be a very interesting matchup. Last year, David, Johnson was 10-1 under Coach Soto. So yeah, as you said, a lot of interesting things here to look at as we look at some of the Johnson highlights right there from last season. This was against Reagan here. And, you know, David, interesting about Johnson, they went 10-0 during the regular season and then were upset in the playoffs. Yes, they lost to New Braunfels in a crazy game there. And so, again, Johnson's bringing back a lot of firepower as well. This is the second game of the KSAT Pigskin Classic at the Alamo Dome there.
Yeah, so this is a good matchup for you. So if you just settling into your seats in the dome, you get ready for this thing. And there's the lineup: Smithson Valley and Reagan at 11:30, and then the Judson-Johnson game at 3:30, and of course the nightcap is Steele and Brennan at 7. I mean, you are talking. Just look at those teams right there. You're talking perennial playoff teams every year, except for Judson last year, but they might come for that Sorry, Coach.
Yeah.
So I keep bringing that. Well, motivation for you. How about
Absolutely.
that? So
And
we're getting back in the playoff run. So
yeah, and a ton of talent too. We saw some of those kids there with the KSAT Pigskin Classic football there. Johnny Bowens, he's one of the top recruits in the area. He's a big defensive lineman there at Judson. Anthony Evans, one of their star wide receivers for Judson. Johnson also has a young man named Ty Hawkins who played a receiver, DB last year. He's safety, and I think he's going to take over their quarterback position this year. So
this Saturday alone, out of these 3 football games, you're seeing close to double-digit D1 players.
Yep.
Just going to the Dome and paying your $15 and watching 3 games, you will be seeing a lot of these guys playing on another Saturday in a different level. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we're really excited about this taking place here. The KSAT Pigskin Classic, August 27th. I know that we're going to be out there. Max, you're going to be doing stuff for GMSA, right? Anchoring out there at the Dome.
Sir.
Yeah. So we're really excited about this opportunity.
Big day. Yeah. So if you can't come down to the Dome and join us down there, TV all day, football all day. Are you craving for some football? Then we are about to satisfy that. It's like, you really need some ice cream, or you really need that candy bar. You really need football, and we will satisfy your craving on that Saturday.
And don't forget about our KSAT Pigskin Classic VIP Insider Party also at the Alamo Dome. That's going to be at the press box of the Alamo Dome. So 3 different parties that we're going to be feeding y'all. We're going to be good, having some drinks there, good food, good football. It's going to be a fun atmosphere
Football, food, and fun.
There you go. You can't go wrong.
What a way to kick off the high school football season. And before we go, we wanted to point this out, a little change gears here. Let's talk about the Spurs real quick. We did this at the top of the show, and we're going to show you the 4 games that are home games that aren't at home. Remember the Spurs?
The 4 non-home games.
The Spurs got that deal from the county. So there's Mexico City, December 7th. Okay. There's the Alamo Dome. We're gonna celebrate 50 years in the Alamo Dome. Pack that place because that's where they won the first championship back in 1999. Was in the Alamo Dome, and then Austin, April 6th and 8th. This one kind of stood out to me.
Yeah,
this little road trip right here for home games. Just like if things go like Justin says they're going, this could be.
What did Justin say?
He said it's going to be awesome.
Justin, what did you say?
He said they're going to shock the world, right? They're going to shock the world.
I'm good with that.
So if that's the case, that 6 and 8 in Austin could be for a playoff spot.
Oh, that is interesting.
Which is kind of strange. And usually the season ends around the 14th, 15th, 16th, somewhere in there. So. Are these the last 2 home games that are being played? We'll know because the schedule is supposed to come out around 1 o'clock our time.
Absolutely.
The full schedule.
Full schedule.
They always leak something out.
You're right, Evan. We don't know the opponents yet for these games. The game at the Alamo Dome, they said that the capacity there's going to be 65,000, and it could potentially break the all-time record for attendance for a regular season game. What do you think? Lakers, Mavericks?
I can't wait to see the schedule. Lakers would be good. Mavericks, I don't really care if Mark Cuban comes in here for his 50th anniversary. He'll spoil it some way. And then, let's see, who else could we have? Boston, maybe?
Yeah, I imagine that they're going to try and get one of the prime opponents. Golden State, maybe.
Golden State. Oh, that would be good. Steve Kerr.
Yeah, there we go.
Coming back for the 50th anniversary. We could do Golden State. Beat Golden State that day.
For people wondering, it's apparently going to be set up the way they do the Final Four. So the court's going to be in the middle. It's not going to be like the old days where they had the blue curtain.
Right, that's what I remember. That was.
They want to break records.
Yeah, that's when David Robinson was there. I remember that setup.
Remember the blue curtain?
I remember the blue curtain.
Those are some good old days right there.
Yeah, it was interesting, and so that's what I was wondering about the setup. So that's a good point.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. But those 2 games in Austin at the end are kind of
very interesting, huh?
So, it'll be interesting to see if there's any more home games after that to finish out the season.
Yeah,
so,
we shall see. I don't know. There are fans in Austin.
We're counting down till the schedule comes out.
Yeah.
1 o'clock?
Supposed to be 1 o'clock, but like I said, they leak stuff all day long.
Yeah, I've already seen so many. The Christmas Day schedule.
No Christmas Day games for the Spurs.
No Christmas Day game for the Spurs. Yeah.
For the Spurs, no. Okay. And remember, no game on November 8th this year. Either. That's the day
election day
in the midterms. NBA said we're not gonna have any games that day. So anyway,
certain things in the schedule there.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys. And going back to the KSAT Pigskin Classic, those tickets are right now at any Las Palapas location in San Antonio. They're $15 each, and they are good for one or all 3 games.
And here's the thing, you're also going to be able to buy tickets at the Dome beginning on Monday. You can find all the information. This is really exciting. RJ and David broke it down really well. You got the VIP Insiders Party as well. So if you have any questions, just head to KSAT.com.
That's right. Time now, 9:41 and 83 degrees for now.
We still have a lot more to come after the break. Highlights from Uvalde's volleyball team's home opener last night against Dilley. Good morning, welcome back. Well, the Uvalde High School volleyball team playing their home opener, an emotional home opener last night against Dilley. It was a game that went down to the wire.
And our Andrew Seeley was at the game and gives us a look at some of the highlights.
Welcome to Uvalde High School Kitchen Gym for tonight's competition between the Dilley Lake Wolves and your Uvalde Lobos.
Great atmosphere inside the gym at Uvalde High School, where the Lobos waste no time taking control of this match. Delilah De La Garza and Mia Garza help power the Lobos out to a 2-set lead in convincing fashion. But don't count Dilley out just yet. The Lady Wolves come all the way back to tie the match at 2 sets apiece, and we're going 5. Back and forth we go. Uvalde up 13-11 with the match in the balance. Let's listen in. The Lobos secure victory on set point, winning their home opener 3-2. The girls all receive flowers after the win, but the most important thing, for Good Morning San Antonio, I'm Andrew Seeley.
Love the excitement.
Yeah, back to school.
Time now, 9:46, 83 degrees. Justin, the weather's shooting up.
Yes, and no rain yet.
Not yet. I think tomorrow evening, I was just saying the models look a little bit better tomorrow evening for some showers and storms to pop up. So that's encouraging. In the meantime, we are going to deal with some heat. And, you know, the rainfalls, we have seen some last couple of days, but it hasn't been terribly plentiful here in San Antonio. I want to give you a comparison. Denver, Salt Lake City, both have more rain than we do this year. Even Albuquerque is just within 1/10 of an inch of us. So it just kind of shows you that, you know, the West has been parched, but some places still have more rain than we do. 5.44 inches. We are now nearly 14 inches below average. We desperately need some more rain. Last couple of days have been good, but we're going to need a whole lot more than that. 5.44 for the year. That's still the driest start on a record. Next in line is 2011. And even in 2011, which was a really dry year, we had 6.57 inches at this point. Now, things can change. They can change in a heartbeat. We know that. But this looks like it is going to go down in record books as one of the driest years unless something drastically changes. As we go outside for you, partly cloudy skies. Temperatures 81 degrees at the airport, 82 Stinson, 81 at Kelly. Got 82 at Randolph, and a southwesterly wind right now, anywhere from 5 to 10. Temperatures really starting to crank up now. 84 in Gonzales, 82 in New Braunfels, 82 in Pleasanton, low 80s here around Bexar County, 80 right now Canyon Lake. The dew point trend today, very humid this morning. Dew points do drop off some this afternoon, mid-60s, but that's enough to generate a heat index anywhere from 100 to 103. That's here in town. You go east of town, heat index is going to be even worse. 105 Seguin, 105 Gonzales, 104 Kennedy. That's where you got to be really careful when you start getting into numbers like this. 106, the potential heat index in Elmendorf. Hot and humid. Bad combination. And the KSAT 12-hour forecast, 90 by noontime, mostly sunny. We get up to 96 by 3 o'clock, 97 4 p.m. and 98 by 5 p.m. our high temperature today. There is a very small chance of a shower or two north of town this afternoon. Here's the setup, and this is the front we're watching. Right now moving through the Texas Panhandle. This is not a strong front, but what it does do is kick up some showers and storms. I mentioned today chance of a storm north of the area. Possible, but I think the better chances come tomorrow as this front gets a little bit closer. By 5 p.m., probably generating some showers and storms up around the Austin area, northern parts of the hill country, and then this sinks south and we get some outflow boundaries perhaps that push these storms a little bit further south. And so by 10 p.m. tomorrow evening, 30% chance of rain. Could see some decent downpours around the area, and then some more chances for some showers and storms on Friday as this front kind of hangs around. In the tropics, we mentioned this earlier, but it's worth talking about again. We've got an area of disturbed weather here, some showers and storms, nothing that's organized. And this is going to be over land next couple of days, so there's a low chance of organization between now and Friday. But once this gets into the Gulf of Mexico, then we could see some slow development. It's not ideal. There's some wind shear to deal with, but anything in the Gulf of Mexico we do want to watch. I think the bigger story here is, though, this will have some tropical moisture with it, and the question is, does some of that tropical moisture get pulled up into Texas? If it does, that can mean some better rain chances next week. We'll have to watch that closely. And by the way, we've only gone through 3 names so far this season. Danielle is next in line if we were to get a name storm. And I'm not saying that system will get named because the chances of that are pretty low, but Danielle would be next in line. 99 tomorrow, 30% chance of some storms late tomorrow, 30% chance Friday, small chances on Saturday, and then we're going to watch Sunday, Monday, Tuesday what happens with that tropical moisture. Right now we're going to put in a 20 to 30% chance of rain, but temperatures down a little bit. Today and tomorrow are 2 hottest days in that 7-day forecast.
All right, we'll just get through today and tomorrow then.
Yep.
Thank you, Justin.
Yep. Thanks, Justin. Just about 9:51, 83 degrees out.
And when we come back, a look at a new rom-com that's coming to theaters this weekend.
Good morning and welcome back. So Community and Mad Men star Allison Brie co-wrote her latest big screen project, which arrives in theaters this week.
CNN's Rick Damigella gives us a look at the new rom-com.
Tuscan Growth has a program where they take all the top managers to Italy. Amber, pack your bags. What? You're going to Italy.
Allison Brie plays a restaurant manager on a corporate retreat that goes anything but expected in the rom-com Spin Me Round.
What roles do love and affection play in your life?
Where is this going?
Brie co-wrote the screenplay.
This is the 4th film that I've made with our director, Jeff Baina. Jeff came to me and said, you know, I have this other idea that I've been kicking around since we were last in Italy making The Little Hours. And about this Italian immersive management program.
You seem so open-minded.
Why does everyone keep telling me that? We just thought it was great fodder for comedy and a great chance to get together a hilarious ensemble and group of people and sort of see the way that they all react to the letdown that is this trip.
The movie was filmed on location during a lull in the pandemic.
They were just reopening travel into Italy and different parts of Europe. So it was a really special time to be there. We got to just experience Italy without a lot of tourists. It was truly like the opposite of the trip that our characters are having.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
And taking a look outside with the TransGuide cameras, looks like there's a situation there at Loop 410 at San Pedro Avenue, and traffic definitely slowing.
Yeah, there's a wrecked car on one side of the freeway there and one on the other. So it looks like about 3 lanes getting through, but it's slowing things down there. That's near North Star Mall, correct? Yeah. All right, very quickly, a 7-day forecast. We're going to see temperatures around 98 today, 99 tomorrow. Chances of rain tomorrow evening and on Friday. So hopeful we'll get some more rain around South Texas.
Sure hope so.
Justin, thank you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here, News at Noon.
Have a great day.